Have you ever felt like you were being watched in the woods? You hear a twig snap. You see a shadow move. Usually you tell yourself, it's just a deer, or it's just the wind. But what if it wasn't? In just the first few months of 2025, the internet has exploded with new videos that claim to show the legendary Bigfoot. We aren't talking about blurry blobs from the 1990s anymore. We are talking about high-definition, stabilizing, and shocking footage that has even some skeptics scratching their heads. The most famous new clip comes from a rider on an ATV in the deep forests of Idaho. It shows a massive, dark figure walking on two legs. It doesn't look like a bear. It doesn't walk like a human. And it has millions of people asking one question: have we finally found proof? Or is this just a guy in a very expensive monkey suit? Let's start with the video that everyone is talking about. It was recorded in early 2025 by an ATV rider in Idaho. Idaho is known for its vast, empty wilderness. It is the perfect place for a giant creature to hide. In the video, the rider is moving fast along a dirt trail. Suddenly, he hits the brakes. About 50 yards ahead, a tall, black figure steps out from the trees. It crosses the path in 3 huge steps and vanishes into the brush on the other side. The first thing you notice is the speed. Humans usually struggle to walk through thick forest debris. We trip over roots. We have to push branches out of the way. This figure plows through the brush like a tank. It does not hesitate. This is what experts call compliant gait. It means the creature walks with its knees bent, keeping its head level and smooth. Humans usually bob up and down when we walk. This figure glides. The second detail is the size. The ATV rider went back to the spot later to measure the trees. Based on the height of the branches the figure walked under, they estimated the creature was at least 7.5 feet tall. That is taller than the average NBA player. And it wasn't skinny. It had massive shoulders and a thick torso. If this is a prankster in a suit, he is a giant human being. But the most chilling part is the arms. In the slow-motion analysis, you can see the arms hang down almost to the knees. This is a classic ape trait. Humans have shorter arms relative to our bodies. To fake this in a suit, you would need arm extensions, which usually look stiff and unnatural. In this video, the arms swing heavily and naturally. It looks biological, not mechanical. While the internet was arguing about the Idaho clip, another video surfaced in May 2025 from Colorado. This one is different. It wasn't taken by a lone person in the woods. It was filmed by a group of people on a whitewater rafting trip. This adds credibility because there were multiple witnesses who all saw the same thing at the same time. In this footage, the camera points up at a steep hillside above the river. Standing near a rock formation is a brownish-red figure. At first, the rafters yell, "Bear! Look at the bear!" But then, the figure stands completely upright. It doesn't wobble like a bear does when it stands on 2 legs. It looks steady and comfortable. It turns its head to watch the raft float by, then casually turns and walks up the steep hill. We have to talk about bears for a second. Bears are the #1 explanation for Bigfoot sightings. Black bears can stand on their hind legs. They can even walk a few steps if they are injured or curious. But they look awkward. Their big bellies stick out, and their front paws hang limp like a T-Rex. The figure in the Colorado video had a flat stomach and swung its arms. It climbed a steep, rocky slope with ease. A bear would usually drop to all fours to run up a hill that steep. This creature stayed on 2 legs the whole time. The color is also interesting. It wasn't the deep black of the Idaho figure. It was reddish-brown. Bigfoot researchers often say that these creatures might have different fur colors depending on the season or the region, just like wolves or bears do. The variety in these 2025 sightings actually makes them more interesting. If it was one prankster, wouldn't he wear the same suit every time? Now, we have to look at the other side. We have to be skeptical. In 2025, technology is better than ever. We have incredible cameras, but we also have incredible special effects. Could these videos be hoaxes? The most common argument against these videos is the suit theory. Modern costume technology is amazing. You can buy a realistic Sasquatch suit online for a few $1,000s. If you are a YouTuber who wants to go viral, that is a small investment. Skeptics point out that in the Idaho video, the creature is entirely black. This is convenient. Solid black hides details. It hides zippers. It hides the seams where the mask meets the neck. Shadows are a hoaxer's best friend. There is also the muscle issue. In real animals, when they move, you can see muscles ripple under the skin. In cheap suits, the muscles are just foam padding. They don't change shape when the arm moves. In the Idaho footage, the video is just blurry enough that we cannot see muscle definition. We see the shape of a monster, but we don't see the anatomy of a living thing. We also have to consider AI, artificial intelligence. In 2025, AI video generation is terrifyingly good. You don't even need a costume anymore. You can just type "Bigfoot walking in Idaho woods" into a computer, and it might generate a realistic video. However, experts have analyzed the digital files of the Idaho footage. They say it doesn't show the typical glitches or artifacting that AI creates. The lighting matches the environment perfectly. If it is CGI, computer-generated imagery, it is Hollywood-level work, which costs millions to produce. Would someone spend that much money just for a 10-second prank on TikTok? So, why does this matter? Why are we still obsessed with Bigfoot in 2025? Part of it is because we want the world to still be mysterious. We have mapped every inch of the globe with satellites. We have GPS in our pockets. The idea that a giant, undiscovered species could still be hiding in our backyard is exciting. It makes the world feel wild again. But there is also a scientific angle. Every year we discover new species. We find new types of monkeys, new insects, and deep-sea creatures we never knew existed. Is it truly impossible for a population of large apes to hide in the millions of acres of North American forest? The Bigfooters, the people who hunt for these creatures, say that 2025 is the turning point. They believe that with drones, thermal cameras, and 4K smartphones, the creature is running out of places to hide. The creatures are being forced into smaller territories, which means more interactions with humans. That explains the sudden spike in high-quality sightings this year. So, what is the verdict on the 2025 footage? The Idaho ATV video is compelling because of the creature's speed and proportions. It moves in a way that is very hard for a human to copy. The Colorado Rafting video is strong because it rules out the bear theory for many people. However, without a body, a clear face, or DNA, we cannot say for sure. It could be a very tall man in a very expensive suit. It could be a masterful edit. But for the first time in a long time, the evidence is making even the skeptics pause. What do you think? Look at the footage one more time. Do you see a man in a costume, or do you see a biological marvel hiding in plain sight? If you enjoyed this analysis, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be keeping my eyes on the woods, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching and stay curious.